Peter Herbert and the national champion. Anthony Bear will lead us off this one as it's a massive way to start off this one with a man they call Bear and Peter Herbert. Herbert won't be denied very easily in this one. Well, he's made me completely wrong as he was extremely sideways out of turn number 2 and allowed the 46, who won the state championship here in 2012, to run away. Trying to the outside is Ben Norman. They are everywhere on this racetrack at the moment trying to get through as the two Normans, Ben and Hayden. There's a later of that one. Ben very sideways in front of Daniel Stanley. He's just been slowed. A monumental task as the 18 looking for a big bundle of points as Lyle, the EL, the nation, big time into the concrete wall along the back straight.
Yeah, it's all happening further back in the field. Unbeknownst to Anthony Bear, has a nice lead. Hayden Norman, 3 wide with Peter Herbert and David Padmore in the 6 car. Goes into second place. Herbie fights back on the outside. The Forest windscreens Commodore from Albany. This is going to be a good battle to the end of this one, you would imagine, between Herbert in 44 and the 6th of Hayden Norman. Done a lot of racing around Western Australia against one another over the years. Padmore's back and forth as Ben Norman and Jack Favre have a great battle for 5th and 6th place from Paul Briggs, Daniel Stanley, and the Mitsubishi Magna, the giant killing Mitsubishi Magna of Ben Ferris as I speak. Brindley McGaffin and Ferris come together, and the 32 car has come to a stop inside the pole line, turn number 2, and that's going to bring on the yellow caution lights.
He was hampered quite heavily from the 5 car of Brindley McGaffin, making the return from Derby to be here as the 32 Magna gets pushed away via its own steam. So Anthony Bear should lead from Hayden Norman. They're still waiting to find the positions further on back as Damon Lyle was trying to be a cheeky. And we'll actually go back 2 positions. So full field in this one. Herbert and Padmore are still fighting it out for 3rd place, as Herbert will take over 3rd. So it'll be Bear, Norman, Herbert, Padmore, Favreau. Then it's Ben Norman, Paul Briggs also in this one, Daniel Stanley, Ben Ferris, Cody Avens, Phil Lyclett, Damon Lyle, Justin Hurst and Brindley McGaffin going to the tail of the field for being the cause of the stoppage. All cars still running. We're underway with still 7 laps to go in heat race number 7.
Hayden Norman straight away trying to work the bottom in that Falcon as Jack Favreau is the man on the mission in car number 18. He was awesome to watch in that first round of heats earlier this evening. But you can race high, you can race low around the Max Payne History Bunbury Speedway at the moment. Fantastic conditions, very warm. If you're watching at home, it's pretty warm here at the racetrack, but a great place to be. A beautiful summer's night here in Bunbury, and Anthony Bear is doing a nice job. You would have fond memories of this venue, having won a state title here 9 years ago. It's nearly 9 years to the day, in actual fact, as the man from the Borderline Speedway Club in Mount Gambier leads down the front straight from Norman, that being Hayden Norman, Peter Herbert, Dave Padmore, whose Commodore has had its issues tonight, but he's still trucking on back there in 4th place, and would love to find a way past Peter Herbert for 3rd. Favreau still 5th from Ben Norman. Paul Briggs, as that smoke for David Padmore just gets a little bit worse as he still sits in 4th. And Damon Lyle, the Auto Pro Carnarvon number 27 on the charge to the outside of Daniel Stanley, Cody Avens, Ben Ferris, Phil Lycett, and a slowing Brindley McGaffin has Justin Hurst behind him at the tail of the field.
Yeah, dramas for the 5 machine who had a giant killing run at the state title earlier on, but the question mark has to be raised. How is the 26 still going with the amount of smoke it's pouring out of the Holden Commodore? Good run for Padmore in his return to Speedway racing. He's been out of the speed for quite some time, but he's holding on to that 4th place just ahead of Favreau and Ben Norman as McGaffin just continues to roll the bottom to get those points that he desperately needs to make sure he may be in with a shot from the B main. He did make it from the B main to the A main last weekend. He can do it again in a 15-lap B main earlier on, as Herbert now is starting to challenge on the outside of Hayden Norman. Those two have finally got rid of David Padmore. He's got his own smoke screen that's helping out as Cody Avens now through the field and finds his way into 6th place.
He does. It looks like a little bit of debris down there in turn number 3, a panel. Might even be off Hayden Norman's car as they continue on. It's a fair bit of debris. Might actually be Daniel Stanley's panels that are coming off the 18 car. But Anthony Bear still leads. Look at the battle for Norman and Herbert as they come through Catalano for the last time. Herbert's going to prevail into second, but it's going to be Anthony Bear who'll get the maximum points. Peter Herbert, a nice move around the outside to be second from Norman. David Padmore, Jack Favreau rounds out your top 5. From Ben Norman, Cody Avens, Damon Lyle will be 8th. From Daniel Stanley, Ben Ferris, Phil Likett, a slowing Paul Briggs, and the Collie Torrent Exhaust Falcon. And the 68 of Justin Hurst will be your final finisher in his Black Ford Falcon at the tail of the field. But Anthony Bear, you know, he'll be there come feature race time at the 5-time national champion, the most decorated Speedway sedan driver in the 52-year history of Speedway Sedans Australia, with 5 national titles and 26 state titles. One of those came here at Bunbury in 2012. And the national champion looking ominous as he heads into the second part of tonight's program for the Main Spray Summer Cup.